Everybody talks about how much real estate agents make, but nobody talks about how much real estate agents spend just to get started. And let me tell you, they were a lot of costs that I didn't even know existed. So today I'm breaking down how much it costs me to become a realtor here in the state of Georgia. Hey y'all, I'm jamielenear, just call me Jamie. Welcome back to another real life, no script, where we figure out this thing called life together. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. So I had somebody in my comments ask me, why don't you make a video about how much it costs to become a realtor or how much you spent to become a realtor? And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? That would be a really good idea just in case somebody is out there wanting to become a realtor. And there are a lot of expenses that nobody really warns you about when you get into this real estate game. So we're going to go ahead and start off with school. And if you don't know, you have to get 75 credit hours to become a realtor in the state of Georgia. That is the requirement for the state of Georgia. So it don't matter what school you go to, long as you get that 75 hours and they are licensed and are meeting those requirements of the Georgia Real Estate Commission. Okay. So I went to the C Shop online because the C Shop is known within the Real Estate Commission and people can obtain their CE credits from the C Shop. So I went there for my real estate schooling. And if you are the type of person that is a online type of person, self-paced person, this school would really work out for you. That's what it is more geared towards, like the working class. Like if you're always, working and you really don't have time to go inside the class, then it would be perfect for you. That's what it was designed for. Someone, the working class, someone who may be working and can't really fit in going inside the class. That's what that's for. Now, if you are the type of person you can't do no type of online, it just is, it's not for you, then you go inside the classroom. So as I stated, I went to the C Shop, and for the C Shop, my tuition for that program, I had I'm gonna try to insert something in the screen for y'all because they have 3 different levels. The level that I chose alone for that, it was no extra study material, nothing. I just got the basic level that it was. I paid $249 for it. And that was for my real estate school. And every real estate school is going to range in prices depending on where you go at. Like it could be 200 and something dollars. And that was with a code as well, a code put in. So like I said, $249, and it can range and vary depending on the school that you go to. Some could be $200 and something dollars, some could be $400 and something dollars. It just depends and varies. And that was just basically for the classes alone. And I take my final exam. It was no study materials for the state exam. None of that came with mine. I just got the basic, what I needed to just basically pass the requirements for real estate school. And that came with the online study materials that's required within the program. Now, mind you, this is your first investment into your real estate career. So we just getting started. So we at $249. Now let's go on and get ready to take the state and national exam. So for the state and national exam, it is $119 for the state of Georgia. Okay. $119. Mind you, I took the exam 6 times. Okay. So when you calculate everything, me taking this exam 6 times, we are already at $714 that I spent to take this exam, okay? So that's how much it cost me. And that's just me being transparent for you, because not everybody passes the exam on their first try. Not everybody's lucky like that. Some of us got to take it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 times, okay? And that price alone varies by the state you are in, as well as the requirements for your school and credits that you need. So I'm just letting y'all know it varies by state, just in case someone is interested. So that's the second investment. And I can honestly say it was very frustrating. You know, I got a little bit discouraged, but I looked at the road at the end of the tunnel. I kept the faith, okay? I kept the faith, and now I came out on top. So sometimes it is what it is. It's really about how bad you want it. Some people give up after failing this exam multiple times, and some people, like me, keep on pushing, going through, because you know where you're trying to be. You know what you're trying to do. It's just, I know where I see myself, and I just refuse to quit. And I just want this right here to inspire some people, regardless if you are taking the real estate exam, regardless if you are taking the nursing exam, regardless if you're trying to be a lawyer, a doctor, whatever. You can't give up. You can't give up. You're going to have a lot of roadblocks in your way, okay? You're going to have people out there that don't mean you no good. You're going to have people out there that's preying on your downfall, but you got to stay positive, prayed up, and keep it moving, okay? Matter of fact, don't even tell nobody you taking a test. Don't tell nobody what you got going on, okay? Because like I said, a lot of people prey on your downfall. Do I regret telling some people about this? Yes and no, because I want this to inspire some people. Now, we've already got to the second investment. Now we about to be on the third investment, and that's the background check. And if you don't know, you are required to have a background check before you get into the field of real estate. Okay, that is a requirement, because you are going to be dealing with people, and that is a license, like becoming a lawyer or something. So you are required to have a background check to make sure that you don't have nothing out the ordinary on your background that's going to hinder you from becoming a realtor. So that alone was $20 I paid to get my background check. So we on the third investment, okay? Now we on the fourth investment, all right? And I didn't find out about this investment until after the fact. And what they don't tell you up front is that you have to pay an application fee. You have to pay an application fee to receive your license. To receive your license, you have to pay $175. And that's an application fee so that you can apply for your license. And when I found that out, I was like, God dang, wait a minute. I gotta pay now? Like, it really didn't make no sense to me, because I'm like, okay, I'm already paying to take the test. I don't pay to take this test already 6 times. And to turn around and gotta pay $175 to get my real estate license. I'm just like, at that time, I'm like, man, they tripping. Like, come on. Mind you, if I'm not mistaken, they have now risen the test price to take the real estate exam. And I believe on the site I saw that I think if I'm not mistaken, they raised the price to $175. So basically, you're going to be paying $175 to take the test, and you're going to be paying $175 application fee. All right. So you already kicking out a lot of money. And once I finished everything, we're going to add it up at the end, and we're going to see how much I already spent. Now, we interview in brokerages. That's the fifth investment, okay? You got to interview in brokerages. So now you driving around. That's gas, okay? That's gas costing you. That's $20, $30, $40, $50, whatever it's costing you in gas to drive one side of town to the next side of town or downtown, okay? To interview with different brokerages to see the one that you like. So that cost me money, okay? And to fill up a full tank of gas with my car, depending on the prices of the dang on gas, it could be $50, it could be $60, okay? So I'm driving from one side, and every time, and this is during during like multiple different weeks. So imagine me kicking out $50, $60 a week for gas. And I had to do that at least once, twice, not including going to take the test. Okay. So we're going to just say $120 in gas. We're going to say that. And at first I was going to go with, I interviewed with 2 brokerages. One of the brokerages I was already stuck on. But when I met with another realtor and she spoke like really well about her brokerage, right? And then me going to do my research on that brokerage and saw everything that the brokerage was offering and considering like training like was number 1, I had to go ahead and sign on with this brokerage. I had to, because I was like, this is what I need. I need something like this that's going to set me up for success. We want training number 1, and then we can worry about commission. Now we join that. We're on the 6th investment. Now, once you join that brokerage, you have to pay monthly fees depending on the brokerage that you join. So my monthly fees is either $82 or $82.50, and that first fee won't come out till September 1st. And that includes a lot of stuff. And they also give you a lot of stuff for free. When I say they give you a lot of stuff for free, they give you a lot of stuff for free. So mind you, that's already $82.50 that you I'm gonna start paying September 1st. So we're going to go ahead and add that $82.50 in there. Okay. Next is the 7th investment. We already on 7. I think these things that I have already been kicking out or are going to kick out that people don't know about. And now we are on, I had to join the board of realtors. That was a requirement for the brokerage that I was with. That's not a requirement for every brokerage. Every brokerage has their own requirements. For the brokerage that I'm at, they want you to join the board of realtors. And when you join the board of realtors, you have to pay a yearly fee. I joined the end of July, and my fee to join was $262. I want to say $262, and that is prorated. And then I'm going to have to pay that fee again in January. But this time, you starting at the beginning of the year. So at the beginning of the year, that fee could go back up, and that could be $572, $76, and that'll be for the whole year. So we got to add that in there because that was a requirement for me to join, but I could not get my like welcome kit, because they give you a welcome kit when you join the brokerage, and that includes like 500 business cards. It's supposed to include your name tag, flyers, the plate that goes over your license plate, the black plate that goes over that was included, and some other things was included. You can't get your welcome kit until after you have proof of joining the board of realtors. So I'm just getting that, and my stuff are just starting to come in. So like I said, $262 that I kicked out on that. And we already discussed like the brokerage costs. And how much my brokerage is charging me. But mind you, that's not including any lock boxes. If you're going to be listing houses, because that's a separate fee. If you're going to be listing houses, you gotta get a lockbox. Lockbox costs. Lockbox is like $100, $100 and something dollars, and then you got to pay monthly for the Supra for that lockbox. I haven't got a lockbox yet, so I haven't had a listing or got a lockbox yet, so I haven't purchased any of that yet. And as well as my brokerage includes a CRM system. Now, some people use the CRM system that their brokerage provides, or you can go out there and purchase your own CRM system. Now, I've looked inside the CRM system my brokerage provides, but I'm kind of gearing more towards maybe getting my own CRM system. Like I told y'all, like possibly Follow Up Boss. Follow Up Boss is like $69 a month. So I'm really itching towards really getting that. So that'll be an extra fee that I have to pay outside of, what my brokerage provides. And now let's get into these hidden costs, okay? Because I ain't tell y'all about the hidden costs. And that's like you getting your nails, toes done so you can look, because you always want to look the part, always want to look professional. So to get nails and toes done, that's what I'll roughly say about $180 for me. Yeah, about $160, $180. Then if you want to take professional headshots, which my brokerage provides a free professional headshot. So I didn't worry about going outside to take my own. I just let my brokerage do it, because they provide free professional headshots, and you can go up there and take as many headshots as you want. Every time they be like, oh, come and get a free headshot, you can go up there as many times to get your headshot. Then you got to include getting your hair done every month. Okay? Because if you're trying to be that girl when it comes to being a realtor, you got to make sure you keep your hair done. Okay? A luxury real estate agent. So getting my hair done, that can range anywhere from $100 and something. I'm going to include that. It could be from $1 something to $300 or something. It just depends on what you get. And then office supplies, which I already had office supplies, so I don't have to worry about that. And then if you're going to get continuing education, certain continuing education, you have to pay for. Like a lot of continuing education comes free. But some of the stuff, like if you're trying to do like a certain specialty, you have to pay for it. Like I just recently kicked out $75 because I'm getting my commercial certification next month. That's a 3-day class. You do the math. So I had to kick that out. That's another hidden cost they don't tell you. And a lot of things aren't required by state, but they are required if you are trying to build a business and you want people to take you seriously. Because ain't nobody about to take you seriously if you come in half-ass and they looking like you come in half-ass, but you want me to take you seriously? So if you come in half-ass, then I know you gonna come half-ass when it comes to a real estate, or try to beat around the bush when it comes to real estate. No, you don't want to do that. Okay? Everywhere you go, you need to look presentable. Like being a real estate agent is almost like being a celebrity. And you know why I say that? It's because you're always in the spotlight. Okay. You got to post different stuff online. People gonna be looking at you, looking at how you look, looking at how your nails look, looking at how your toes look. Because people do zoom in. Okay, especially if you got on open toe shoes, they do zoom in and look. They're gonna be looking at your outfit, how you present yourself, what you're wearing. They just look at stuff like that. So you just gotta hold your end of the bargain. You gotta hold your weight. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and calculate how much I paid so far investing in my business. So far invested in my business. And what I mean by that, becoming a realtor, I've kicked out $1,571.50. And I'm gonna show this on the screen. And remember, this total is going to be different for everybody because I failed the real estate exam 6 times. Okay. It might be a little different. You might have paid a little less, and I might have paid, some people might have paid more. Costs vary depending on the area you in. The biggest lesson that I learned is just don't save money for real estate school. You have to save money for after when you pass. I don't want this video to discourage anybody. I actually wanted to prepare you because so far I am really enjoying myself, and I think this has been the best decision I've ever made. I just wish that someone had really explained all of the expenses before I really dove in and got started, which I feel like it really wouldn't have changed anything because I still was going to go to real estate school. If you are thinking about becoming a realtor, leave me a comment below and let me know what state you're in. And if you are already an agent, let me know in the comments what expense surprised you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye.